Hey everyone, I am here on Wednesday to make my video for Tuesday. I really apologize. I just completely forgot about it. I've started training for a 5K and I right now am terrible at running, so that's taking up a lot of my time. And I just completely forgot about it, so I'm really sorry. I'm gonna hijack Wednesday here to make my quick video. So yeah, I'll try to be more on top of it next week. Okay, so the topic this week is realistic versus fantasy fiction. And I'm pretty much taking this as realistic fiction is basically no outlandish things. I'm saying like historical fiction that is more or less accurate to history counts as realistic fiction, and then all contemporaries too. Um, and then also, I would say that fantasy would be having some sort of paranormal or supernatural element. I'm also lumping in speculative fiction, so steampunk novels would go in there. Science fiction dystopian novels would go in there. Anything that has a not historically or current, modernly accurate thing in it. And when I put it like that, I really do prefer fantasy stuff. I like that imagination that comes with it. I really like to see what magical powers people come up with, or what magical creatures and their history they come up with, or um, speculative fiction in particular, like what if this happened? And I like people who explore that kind of creative and imaginative realm. I feel like a lot of contemporary, now historical I don't read a lot of, so I don't really know. I can't have a very good opinion on historical. I read those American Girl books in 3rd and 4th grade, and that's about it. So historicals, not my thing. But for contemporaries, a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, contemporary falls into one of two camps. It's either an issues book where, it's about a drug addiction, or it's about sexual abuse, or it's about a murder or suicide or something, some negative dark aspect, and then it gets kind of Lifetime movie-ish. Not always. Sometimes they're very compelling, but a lot of those issue books do seem kind of run-of-the-mill to me. And then the other option Ooh. Sorry, my boyfriend was doing a crab dance. Um, oh, I don't edit these videos. It's going in. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, the other kind of contemporary fiction is often kind of a light romance, um, which aren't always bad. I would direct anybody who thinks that chick lit books are bad. I would direct them to Stephanie Perkins, Anna and the French Kiss, and Lola and the Boy Next Door for awesomeness. But in general, that tends to not be the thing I'm drawn to as much. If you've got something like a wizard or a girl on a quest to like save her village or something like that, I find those a lot more interesting. And um, I think it was RJ who said this. Yeah, it was RJ who said this. He said that he reads to escape, and it's easier to escape when it's not everyday life in the book. And I totally understand that and agree. I read to escape. So I like to read about situations that I personally could never be in. You know, there's a lot of potential where like something bad could happen to me, someone could die in my life, or and I can understand where somebody would want to read that to get comfort from that. But if I haven't, like, I've never been addicted to drugs, for example. And so reading a book about it, it's not as easy for me to connect to that kind of a character because I've never done that. Whereas, like, say in like Harry Potter, for example, true, I've never been a wizard either, but I've dealt with bullying, and I've dealt with feeling unaccepted, and I've dealt with like bad teachers and people picking on me, and so I've I can relate to Harry Potter a lot more than I could a drug addict character. Does that make sense? That's I'm really going on the fly here, so I'm not sure. Cat break. Meow 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 meow. Ah! She's fighting it. um, sorry, this video is really random. But So yeah, I tend to prefer fantasy type books. The one exception would be horror. Even if it's like a straight up just serial killer, I'm usually down for that kind of stuff. I really like scary things. So I will go to the fantasy section over contemporary every time. Now, I'm not saying that I hate all contemporaries. That's not true. There are some that I really like, but fantasy overall. Okay, I really apologize for how random this video was. It's not planned at all. I'm completely dropped the ball this week. I'm gonna get with it and come back strong next week. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.